catch to pick up
get off me.
nice yard. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Come on, Joe.
They have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they elect to decline it. And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They said level costing. Yeah, right. That's on the pig. That's level costing. Oh yeah, right. That's on the pig.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Man, can I get off the block? He holding me. Like, y'all see that? And you know me, like.
Improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season. And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic.
We get on the couch with the socks off.
Get per game. And how about last week's game? That number 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance.
All I see is hate. How many dreams can a million make?
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds.
Yeah,
Down about the 21 or 22.
That's
a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender. Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the.
Oh, your house got a low roller coaster.
There's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run.
Never read the order wall, but I could run it out of love.
Backs in the league had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
I know what's going on.
First and 10 at the 11.
That's cool.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And
a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Both came true. Thought I was escaping. Just to find myself back in the Matrix. Both feels blue. I thought these were failed.
They give the Chubb out of the gun.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know, we got binked off a little.
Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown
the first, you know.
And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game.
I don't know who's controlling.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
All right, come on, get it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Oh, come on, they call me. On 3 on me. On 3 on me. Let's see what they do. See what this dude doing.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do.
Why I can't get no protect? I forgot my line is so dookie. Like
turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up. Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Throw for Boyd.
Wow. Come on, EA. He's not even looking at the ball.
Oh, timing is everything in a run like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
That can't be.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be
I knew you come back.
as this game continues.
I knew you come back. You come back. Hey.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A give. This is Chubb.
Bro, somebody hit that man.
Down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to
say always play horrible in the first quarter. I don't get it.
That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
Chubb is into the
These boys blocking so excellent, bro. What the world?
So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
All right, let's go.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
I think I made it. I think I made it. This one for you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow, flush to his right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. That ball caught by Harrison. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
There you go.
And he a big play there for Cincinnati. So the big play means just
this
like
one's for you.
Right from the red zone now on 1st down. Play action. It's Burrow. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Burrow will throw.
Bro, what kind of pass is that, bro?
Snags it for the pick. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Okay.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Browns 21, Bengals nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
This one's for you.
Press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession. So
this one's for you.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
First down. Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 38-yard line.
21-0 our score after one.
Charge it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Forced out to his left. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Big 13. Big 13.
Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be
get something on the board.
Of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And the
defense ain't even been on the field, boy.
Down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
The Browns drive about to get started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Spins past it. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And
dang, bro, can I get some type of block or something, bro?
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming, check in. Mike 28. 11, Thomas.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. There's a nice move, and he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mayfield's throw there taken in by Dorsett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Second half going to be a little different, bro. You getting smacked at work rate.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice
Right, bro. That's a wide open. Okay.
And here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard.
I need to leave it alone. I've been doing it wrong for so long. People will sell you any dream where I'm from.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Come on, bro. I'm fucking usering, bro.
And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air.
Come on, bro. The niggas literally turned around, bro.
Right near the 35-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Myers' kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that'll be incomplete. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They go play action with Burrow. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there.
Moment of silence. West they be heard on the phone. That was just like a platoon. All of the songs.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Bengals first down. First down to the 37.
Now Joe Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Burrow on play action. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Whole team dopamine. Don't close your thing. You never is what you think. No, I mean, you never is what you think.
This is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Drinking now.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Come on, bro. He's not even reading that route, bro. This nigga's just amazing, bro. Who the fuck is that, bro?
Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The field niggas is free smoke.
Coming up with another interception. They have
this nigga not even on that route, bro.
Locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't get
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
I just need to run straight, bro.
Offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he is out of bounds.
Yeah, he got excellent fucking that nigga Brown. I don't even know who the fuck that nigga is.
Down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
12, 12, 12.
Damn, bro.
And a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11.
You know, I can't even get mad at this game, bro. I'm like, I just must be ass. I gotta be ass, bro. On God, I gotta suck. Like, nigga, I gotta be fucking garbage, bro.
If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football,
and he's gonna go
come on, bro.
Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Singing, I can never.
Coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Hines. And that won't buy him much room.
I guess it might have been a raw top. My best pickup line is young nigga with money. I ain't playing.
Back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands.
Pull up the whip for you now.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's going to take this ahead for right. I
guess that might have been a long time.
No more than that. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
On third down, Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. Oh, what a move. Fights through, and now a crease. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson.
Did you say?
And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. An injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Browns drive about to get started. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. They run it again with Chubb. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other foot here on third down?
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
105.
The Browns on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Boy, good pick, boy.
Jesse Bates.
Got like 20 yards.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First throw now for the backup car. And his first throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
He just they ain't got in the game.
Well, you know, he's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On play action, it's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down.
Only adversary was my own mind.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield.
I can't get no block to save my life, bro.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Now Carr, gotta have this one. Flushed out right. That's to his running back.
Oh, shit, it's fucking 4th down, bro.
Stop him a few yards shy. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keeper.
Howard got an extra linebacker. Can he get more yards, bro?
You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 98 yards rushing.
We got man here on the ball.
Tremendous all day long. Those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier.
6 months from last year.
Love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Browns on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and this loss is never changed. It's never the same. It's never the same.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here
four
on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line.
You know how to make it hard for me.
Yeah, that's not a guy they want to
Rough
see.
in the pack.
They're down here in the fourth.
But what the fuck?
He's not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Let's go make history today. Boy, you are hard on your heart, can we?
Following the penalty, Chubb.
I'm here with
to
you.
get a couple. 2nd and 8
I'm
coming up.
here with you.
Defensively, we always know that he
I'm
gets
here
tough
with
in
you.
run support, and I think the way that he gets
I'm
there
here with
is he
you.
understands what an offense is going to do before the
We'd
ball's
never-
even snapped.
Mm.
A great job of scouting prior to the game,
I've
then
already
reading,
been
reacting, and taking the right
already
path to the
further.
ball carrier.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard
support, and
line.
I'm gonna deal with you.
Excellent
You here
pickup
for
of
me.
20 yards.
I'm here with you.
Just a simple tap pass,
I'm
but it
here
pays
with you.
off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes
make it
behind
this
the line
far,
of scrimmage
dude.
and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he
You
has to
always
be
had
passed
to
off
make
to
it
another
hard for
defender.
me.
Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Let you hear that pass for me.
They'll try again with Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had
Don't
his
you
way
hear
in this
that
one, but
pass
this
for me?
time they get him behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Hines. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick is able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. One final try now for Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
Thanks for joining the game, man. We got the Saints coming right back, man. It's gonna be a ridiculous